Hello, Pisces, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting December 18th, year 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you out there, remember that I do actually have a special sale going on right now until the end of the month. $65 gift cards are on sale for $50. It's my way of saying a big thank you to everyone for another lovely year, full of wonderful growth here on this channel and on my website. So thank you so much, everybody. If you want to take advantage of that, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or just follow the links below. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, on Wednesday, we've got Venus, planet of love, harmony, attraction, and favor, in your 10th house of career and upward mobility, forming a lovely trine to Uranus, currently in your 2nd house of earned income. And it does look like there may be some kind of special benefit given to you and only to you, and it may technically be against the rules. And this may be a rule being broken on behalf of you by a superior, a group of superiors, or a radical shift that gives you some immunity from some kind of policy or typical standard procedure. Now, this might actually be something that boosts your career or your payout in all kinds of ways, and there may be something surprise and hidden, but again, somebody is breaking a rule for you, and so not everyone may be able to actually have the same treatment. On Thursday, we do have the Sun conjunct Saturn as it moves into Capricorn, your 11th house of friendships and social networking. We already talked about Capricorn in the monthly astrology horoscopes, what that's going to be like for you the next 2.5 years. But when the Sun conjunct Saturn, we kind of get a bit of a heads up. And this talks about a blind spot, something that needs our immediate attention or something that will require immediate attention within the next couple of weeks. And the Sun conjunct Saturn in the 11th house talks about a friendship situation, or maybe your social life in general. Remember, Saturn in the 11th house is trying to get us the closest, strongest team of friends and a platonic support system as we possibly can. Now, the Sun conjunct Saturn can talk about, well, where is it not as strong as it could be? You know, maybe we haven't had that strong platonic support system. You know, maybe we've been tied up with other things, you know, with family, marriage, career, all these other things. Maybe we haven't had that, you know, because maybe we don't feel like we have friends we can trust, or maybe there's a wolf in sheep's clothing that gets revealed. Again, you're catching it ahead of time. It's not catching you off guard, so just be prepared to listen and pay attention when the signs come. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Minstrel. And your prompt with that is let your intentions be known. This is not a week to be counting on people to read between the lines. Okay? Sometimes we do that. All of us. It's a human flaw, but we do it. We try to get people to read between the lines, get where we're coming from, you know, pick up what we're putting down. But the problem with the Minstrel is that it's kind of saying, well, maybe you're trying, maybe we might be estimating that a person feels as close to us as we do to them. Now, that's not meant to be negative. Sometimes a person doesn't feel close to us because maybe they feel like we've had a falling out. They feel distance, they feel lonely, they care about you just as much, but they don't feel like they know you as much. Maybe we have to get reacquainted with our friends. We have to get reacquainted with relatives, reacquainted with our lovers. So, it's more of a warning and not to take for granted that a person's going to assume they can read your mind. And maybe it's polite that they don't assume they can read your mind. I know plenty of jerks who think they know what I'm thinking all the time. You know, and this week is more about, okay, how is this open, honest communication going to have to be the policy? And, you know, make sure, again, that we're not trying to say, you know, again, read between the lines. This is not the kind of week to do that because people will not be able to, whether they're not able, they're afraid to, they're incapable, spin the wheel. You know, but this is definitely a week where I think that if you need to have that conversation with somebody, you just need to have it. For your Earth sector, with your work and finances, we do have the Page of Coins, so the Page of Pentacles reversed. And there may be something going on with a plan that's been sort of up in the air that is not working. And I think this might be something you're well aware of, because with the Page of Pentacles reversed, you kind of already felt like it was a bit of a gamble. Whether it was a gamble on a job prospect, a gamble on an investment, something that was maybe more of a scheme than a real plan, you're kind of aware of something that, you know, what goes up must come down, or something that was already spoiled, you know, flawed from the ground up. And this may still be something that you have to kind of deal with, because, I mean, this could be an assignment or a project given to you by a boss, or a client, or possibly even a place you're applying to. And you may kind of feel like, just get this weird feeling like this is going to go nowhere. This thing is, again, it's flawed from the ground up. And the Page of Pentacles reverses becomes common knowledge that it is. Now, do not try to reinvest and sink more money into it. It's a lost cause. Let it go, let it go, let it go. The Page of Pentacles reverse can indicate to those who do take their leave of the situation, they will be okay. Let's not forget the astrology. We do have good coming your way. I just think we want to make sure that we're not weighed down when it does. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. This week, somebody may actually be coming out of their way to ask you for assistance. But the Ace of Pentacles reversed is saying they're not asking for like cold hard cash right away. But again, they're almost asking you for your participation in, again, something that you know is very flimsy. There's something going on that you know is going to be a waste of your money. They may be asking for an investment of your time and your energy. They may be asking for collaboration from you. And the Ace of Pentacles reverse is saying do not. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this person personally. It's really more about what they're doing or what they're trying to get you to invest your time in, not them themselves, but it's not going to be worth it. And the Page of Pentacles reverse could just be trying to like really make you focus on that, Pisces, okay? If there's, maybe you're trying to start a business on your own and you're trying to collaborate with somebody, you know, bring in one of your friends, bring in a relative, collaborate with another person who has a small business, these cards would be saying, could you take this, if there's somebody new coming in this week or somebody recommended or referred to you this week with the same agenda, take it with a damn grain of salt and maybe find something else to do with this person. Because the Ace of Pentacles reverse can indicate a lot of sharing that goes nowhere. The Ace of Pentacles reverse when it comes to a friend or a relative can also indicate somebody trying to get you to, again, help prop up something you know is no good for them, even in a non-business capacity. And you know, to be a good friend and relative is sometimes to say what people need to hear, not what they want to hear, okay? Maybe you want to check and be like, look, do you want me to be a friend or do you want me to be a therapist? All right, well, I'm going to be a friend. No. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Seven of Cups upright. And the Seven of Cups is basically saying, again, there's going to be a lot of demands on your loyalty, a lot of demands on your time, and a lot of demands on your schedule. And the problem with the Seven of Cups as a challenge is that they're not all actually equal. They just look equal. Some are just hyped up to look as good as the rest. Some are more humble, yet more valuable than the others. And the Seven of Cups upright says this week it's going to be important to pay attention to, alright, well, what is fulfilling older desires? That's the advice that I'm getting from this challenge. Can you find something that is fulfilling older agendas? Not something that appeals to an idea you had in September, not something that appeals to, you know, to a prompt that you got, you know, for Halloween at the end of October. What is actually a part of your long-term game plan? Whether it has to do with relationships or anything. Because we've got so many options, we've got so many things being thrown at us with the Seven of Cups, sometimes we forget that, you know, the real answers tend to contribute to the longer journey, not the shorter episodes, and that might help you out. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Three of Cups upright. Many options indeed for those of you who are single and looking, and again, pay attention to the one that resonates with the longer term goals, or the ones that you've had for a while. But the Three of Cups upright does indicate many options. Those of you who are out dating, maybe you've got a profile on a dating website and things like that, there's definitely going to be more than one match to keep you occupied. Now again, be careful in the beginning. Some are going to be more humble, and some are going to be more hyped. And it's important to note, to not sink into, do not discredit the humble because it's humble, and don't worship, and don't put the hype on a pedestal because the hype can do that all on its own. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Three of Cups upright can indicate you and a partner are starting to really focus your attention on your friendship circle altogether. And a lot of you single people could be meeting new people through a party or through a third-party member, or a third party in terms of a friend of a friend, a very slim degree of, a small degree of separation as well. So that could still be very helpful. But for those of you who are currently coupled, a lot of you couples are, coupled Pisces people are going to be looking at where are our friends? Where are the allies of this relationship? And we need to focus on, maybe we want to have a gathering, we want to have a cocktail party, something to kind of reaffirm our tightest circle. Because again, relationships again, kind of like a child, need a village to support them as well. And relationships, even almost as a unit, have their own circles. And you and a partner are going to form a unified front when it comes to actually making the perfect circle or the perfect round table for our relationship this week. And that could actually be a really fun adventure and something that will quite liven things up at home, in the bedroom, and elsewhere as well. You know, because again, when we feel reaffirmed, we feel rejuvenated, and we feel like we've got more dynamism in the relationship, all aspects of it feel a lot more alive. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.